Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we are here to discuss Real Housewives of Potomac season 10 episode 3. Class, the question is, did Kay chin check Angel? Survey says Angel got chin checked, and I don't think Angel is the only one allowing Kay to chin check her, but we will get there because we need to wrap it up. After this week, I don't want to hear chin check no more. I really don't. And Kay, you're doing nothing for yourself, making us think that you are, one, a good friend to Angel, but two, not bullying everybody around you. And I want to give this disclaimer before we get into it, because I already saw a lot of people when it came to Real Housewives of Potomac and the whole Kay and Wendy and Angel of it all, being like, oh, Wendy may be going to jail, but she's not wrong when it comes to Kay and Angel in this situation. Hard stop. If Kay, Wendy, and Angel were arguing about fraudulent items, like being fraudsters, and Wendy was standing on the side of, you shouldn't do fraud, you shouldn't lie, it's bad, don't defraud insurance companies, then yes, I would be like, ooh, Wendy, you doing too much, mama. However, that's not what they're arguing about, okay? Everything ain't going back to the fact that Wendy got arrested. That don't mean that she's wrong about everything. That doesn't mean that everybody that she argues with this season is going to be wrong. That just means that she got arrested for staging a robbery, for making false insurance claims. Like, you get it in the words of Karen and Giselle? Some of you, I don't get it. Now, Kay is saying it was giving that Wendy just wanted to be TV friends, and I said co-workers? It's giving that you guys are co-workers, because I don't think Kay and Wendy knew each other before the show. Like, on one hand, I'm like, okay, Kay doesn't get it. It's just her second 2.5 seasons. Maybe she's still taking some getting used to. And then on the other hand, I'm like, no, she gets it. She really does. I don't know if she thinks it doesn't apply to her. I don't know. Kay's attitude is horrible. Horrible. And I want to say her argument with Wendy by the bay did nothing for her, because I seem to remember last season when Kay was crying to Greg about how he treated her and how he made her feel, and he said, I don't make you feel like that. And her whole thing was, you can't tell me that you don't make me feel that way. You can say that you didn't mean to. But fast forward, Wendy was saying, oh, I felt like this, and Kay said, false. I said, ooh, now is Greg rubbing off on you, or is that how y'all two communicate with one another? And Kay going back to these arguments at when I don't know if it's when she feels like she's losing, she's always like, you don't like her, you don't like her. Kay, you are literally not telling us anything new if Wendy and Giselle don't like one another. We watched like 3 or 4 seasons of them not getting along and tag teaming each other. Just going back and forth, back and forth. That's not new information. We've known that Giselle and Wendy have a strenuous relationship longer than we've known you. So, and by the by, Giselle and Wendy aren't acting like besties. They are just acting like two people that are moving forward from the previous drama that they've had. Fell flat at her little brunch when Angel was trying to argue with everybody instead of just saying like, I was upset and then I ended up getting over it without getting mad. What did Kay result to? You don't even like Wendy, Angel. You don't even like this lady. Girl, grow up. Because again, y'all are essentially co-workers. You're co-workers, okay? Oh my God. And when it came to the conversation at the store, oh my God. I don't know if Angel and Kay know that they're being filmed, okay? Because Angel is the one that brought up Kay talking about getting chin checked when she was crying about the physical altercation she got into on this show 2 years ago, right? But let me say this, y'all. If you tell your friend, I don't think that I said that about you, and then somebody says, no, you did, then you go to your friend and say, well, she said that I said it, so I must have, so I apologize, in front of cameras. Then when the camera goes down, your friend calls you and says, I didn't say that. And you're like, okay, but you already admitted that you said that. But you say, no, I didn't say it. And then when the whole group is together again, the people who heard her say it, mind you, are like, no, she said it. Then when the whole group is together again, she says, yes, I said it. So Kay has denied saying the chin checking comment twice. And then when the cameras go down, she is like, I didn't say it. But when the cameras come back up, she is saying, I said it. But for some reason, Angel's mad at Wendy and not her friend of 20 years for continuing to change the story. I see people who are dead set on not liking Wendy, right? And they're saying Angel is weird because why would she get mad at her friend of 20 years? If I've been friends with you for 20 years, I am looking at you like, girl, what the fuck is wrong with you? You literally told me that you said it, you didn't say it. You said it, you didn't say it. I am looking at the person that I have known for 20 years like, the fuck? And there's nothing wrong with that. People are taking it like, oh, you gonna get mad at your friend, you gonna get mad at your friend. I'm not necessarily gonna get mad, but I am gonna feel the type of way because what is up with all this back and forth? Either you said it or you didn't, and you're a grown-ass woman, and you should be able to say, yes, I said that, and I apologize for it, period. But Case moved right on past it and said, okay, fine, I said it. But then tried to volley the issue back to Wendy being the problem, which, mind you, Wendy's not even the person that said that Kay said chin check. It was Giselle. Tell me that you're going out of your way to try and have a problem with Wendy that, like, without telling me, right? And I feel like since Wendy has gotten arrested, Kay at the reunion, if Wendy comes, and even if she doesn't actually, she's just gonna try and volley everything back to the fact that Wendy got arrested for lying to Sally Mae or Fannie Mae or whoever. Sally Mae does the college one. Listen, I don't have college loans and I don't have a mortgage. And again, I say Kay is so exhausting. And I feel like not so much Greg, I feel like she had Greg there for show. And I feel like she told him to come out with that money and seem like a more supportive partner than we've seen him being in the past, right? But I feel like her mom was there for backup. And you want to talk about chin checking. She essentially is trying to chin check, in my opinion, everybody at her brunch by having her mama there sitting on the couch. Even Stacy was like, it was very clear that her mom was there watching over us, and if this goes left, she will check everybody in here. Girl, you are a grown-ass woman, and you need to have your mom around who's not a part of this cast looking over everybody so you have somebody in your corner when you start sounding stupid as fuck. Oh no, I'm sorry. Kay is immature as hell. And that's coming from me, who I am very, very, very fucking close to my mom. It's not unlikely for my mom to like go to brunch with me and my friends when she comes in town. That's totally normal. However, if we start getting into it, actually the first person my mom is gonna tell to calm down is me. Actually, she's gonna be like, Giselle, don't be doing all that. Remember, be a lady. Like, don't get into it. Talk about that. Like, no. Okay, but it's just giving that Kay's mom was in everybody. Look, people online talking about she looked giving Tokyo Tony. Tokyo Tony is one of the last people I want to be compared to. Oh my God. But even when Wendy came to her event, came in, said hello, because you know I'm big on speaking when we enter rooms, said hello to everybody, and everyone's like, oh, so what are we doing here? Well, you know, Wendy likes to play better best. You had a brunch because I like to play better best? So you had a brunch? So you're admitting that you get bullied into things? Like, Wendy's event is later, yours is early in the day, and Wendy came to yours. So you're coming out like, are you not embarrassed? This is very embarrassing. I'm sorry, Kay. Oh my God. Actually, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. This is her doing. And then Angel trying to sit there and be like, oh, I feel like you're calling me fake. She didn't say that you were fake. Wendy said this is different energy that you had than you had at the store. And then Giselle and Tia, the other two people who were at the store with Wendy, corroborated that and said, yes, this is very different energy. Tia even said, I didn't understand what chin checking was. The only reason I knew that it was something bad is because the reaction you had to it. But she's like, but Wendy. And Ashley, oh, Lord knows I hate to give Ashley a point. Ashley explained it perfectly. It's fine that you and Kiana have had a conversation away from the group and off camera, is what we're not saying, not breaking the fourth wall. But if the last time we saw you, you were upset and saying like, oh, this is the energy I have for her. If she said this, and then now when the cameras are back up and the group is around again, you are like, it's fine, blah, blah, and you're not telling us that a conversation has been had. Yes, we are going to look at you like, what is going on here. And I hate that we have to explain how to be a housewife to these women on camera, because had Angel talked to anybody besides Kiana, she would understand that. Kiana is still new to this herself, so she cannot lead Angel in being a good housewife. Now, again, everybody talking about they've been friends for 20 years. Why wouldn't you talk to your friend? Why wouldn't you talk to your friend? Yes, they have been friends for 20 years. However, you are coming into this group, aka on the show, you are going to have relationships with other people besides the newest cast member. Isn't this like the first? No, Kiana was full-time last season, but we wouldn't know that because Greg didn't want to film, so that means she wasn't barely filming. But anyways, she says that she being Angel, wants to get to know everybody equally. Then get to know everybody equally. And maybe the ladies would have told you that, like, hey, it's totally fair to have conversations off screen. And if you ask me, honestly, truly, I feel like Kiana is manipulating the situation with Angel to always have somebody in her corner. Because Kiana knows, even though she's new to this, she knows that once you bring something up, once a conversation is had on camera, if it's had behind closed doors, then the camera didn't see it, we're picking up where we last saw left off. She does know that bit. So I feel like Angel is actually mad at Kiana for making her look silly, and she realizes that, and that's why she got so quiet. And honestly, truly, the other women are trying to like help her and champion her, because that's when I don't remember who, I think it was Wendy, they were like, you seem mad, and she's like, I'm not mad, I'm upset, which I was literally like, those, okay, being mad is being upset, but okay, whatever. Like, they're trying to tell her, like, you are having realizations in real time, and that's okay, but stop arguing. Stop arguing. Having realizations in real time is fine, but just stop trying to make it a thing. And when they got on that small ass bus, first of all, knees were to chest. I am not getting on a small Sprinter van when we're all in dresses, okay? Somebody had tulle on. I think Angel had tulle in her dress. I'm not sitting next to you if you got tulle on your dress when we are cramped in this fucking Sprinter van. No. Get something bigger or I will get in a fucking Uber. But they kept trying to tag team Wendy in the goddamn Sprinter van, which the whole thing is funny because even the conversation by the bay and then this brunch when they were on the way to the horse ladies thing, Wendy keeps ending up laughing at them because it is funny. It is funny. And then somehow, some way, Kiana starts trying to argue with Stacey. Let me tell you this. Kiana is not a strong enough housewife to be arguing, trying to tag team. She is not strong enough to try and bounce back between two people and check both of them. And again, she chin checking. All right. Stacey clocked her ass though when she said, oh no, are you going to chin check me? I know that you're the queen of it, so you're gonna chin check me. And Ashley fucking Darby right back on my nerves where she lives, because I know you, Ashley Darby, are not trying to be like below the belt, Stacey, below the belt. First of all, chin checking and Kay getting hit upside the head by your friend with that platinum blonde hair are two different things. Oh no, Deborah hit her upside the head. It was Deborah. Anyways, two different situations. If she would have said, oh, I know you can show me how to get into a fight at a club, then she would have been talking about that. But she's talking about chin checking, which seems to be whether, like, the topic at hand. That's the topic at hand, whether Kay chin checks bitches. So Stacey clocked her ass there. Ashley just wants to have a problem with Stacey. She just wants to have a problem with Stacey, and it is exhausting. And I'm gonna keep saying it over and over again. Kay is just really, really, really immature to me. Like, it gives that she stopped aging in college. Y'all know them friends that you have, like, first 2 years of college that swear everybody in the party is weird, but they are the weird ones. Kay is like, oh, I'm the girl's girl, when really, if you don't follow her girl's girl rules, you're a weirdo to her and she will turn on you. Even the way she told Angel at the table, if that's how you feeling, don't get to feeling that way again. Don't get to saying that shit again. Kay is a bully. She mean, okay? That's what it's giving to me. But that's all I have to say for this episode of Real Housewives of Potomac, season 10, episode 3. Don't forget to drop down in the comment and let me know how you are feeling about this episode. Y'all tell me how you're feeling about Kay. Like, besides the obvious, like, she's reaching, she's been annoying, like, I'm sorry, I am really getting like mean vibes from her, and not even like Giselle mean, anything. It's just a immature college level meanness that I get from Kay. Maybe I just been friends with too many people like her. I don't know. But don't forget to subscribe as well, and I will talk to y'all in the comments. Bye.